To Orlando, where thousands of people gathered downtown tonight for a vigil to support the victims and survivors of the Pulse Club nightclub shooting. It left 49 people dead.
Many people in the crowd said they were inspired to attend because Pulse played such a huge role in their lives as gays and lesbians. Also tonight, there's a report from WFTV that Omar Mateen had an accomplice who is going to be arrested soon. There's no confirmation of that at this time, but we are monitoring it. And we have learned President Obama is expected to visit Orlando Thursday to pay his respects to the victims.
In an NBC News exclusive, Matt Lauer sits down with nightclub owner Barbara Poma in her only interview.
She founded Pulse after her brother died of AIDS as a place where homosexual men and women would feel welcome.
You created this place in honor of your brother. So the mission was to honor one soul that was lost. And now there are 49 others
Yes, there are.
who've lost their lives. How do you take what was the mission and do it justice now?
We just welcome those families into our family. They're our family now. Their families are our family. And we just have to move forward and find a way to keep their hearts beating and keep our spirit alive. And we're not going to let someone take this away from us.
You can see more of Matt's interview tomorrow on the Today Show.
It airs right here on WOWT starting at 8 in the morning.
Some Omahans are doing what they can to help.
Tonight at the nightclub, the Max, at least one bartender is donating all of his tips to those injured in Orlando. The Max is going to match his donation, and so is an anonymous donor.
A sign on the Missouri River tonight. Mayor Gene Stother directed the Bob Carey pedestrian bridge lights to be changed to rainbow colors for the next 5 days to honor those lives lost in Orlando.
And some lawmakers from Nebraska trying to find answers in the wake of the shooting.
Representative Brad Ashford said today he believes we should expand background checks to prevent future attacks.
We have to tighten those laws up. If contact with the terrorist organization is obvious, as it was in this case, that there has to be some mechanism to check that and make sure that we know.
Now, some lawmakers are already introducing new legislation, including a bill that would restrict people convicted of hate crimes from owning firearms.
Stay with WOWT 6 News for continuing coverage of the attack in Orlando. We'll keep you updated on the investigation on air and online at WOWT.com.